What's the equation for the cost of equity? The risk-free rate, yeah. And what do we add on to that? Yeah. Market risk premium. Can anyone describe to me what beta does? And describe to me what the market risk premium is? So your risk-free rate is, if you bought German government bonds, safe as, well, not safe as houses, even safer, you're going to get a certain return. So you're guaranteed that, but you go to the market and you buy shares and you need a premium for having done that. And that is your market risk premium. On average, how much extra you're going to be rewarded with. Now the market is volatile, and different types of shares react differently on the market. What this will be telling you is, for your particular industry, how closely it follows this volatility. So if the market risk premium goes up 10%, is your return going to go up by 10, or will it go up by 20%, or will it go up by 5%? So this will be, it could be equal to 1, it could be equal to 0.5, it could be equal to 2. It's like a multiplier effect of what's going on this figure here. Okay? That's the basic idea. So this is going to be, this is for the whole market, and this is for our particular, every company will have their beta. And if we're not sure what our beta is, we can use the comparables method to see the betas of other companies that are doing, similar stuff to us. And then our beta is going to be the same. That's the basic idea. Okay. So, do you know how to use the comparables? Because we're given some information, aren't we, on the Exhibit 3, comparable firms. Yeah. Now, we're given two different types of businesses, the CD-DVD business and the concert business. Let's have a look at the CD-DVD business, because what business are we in? What business is Marimba in? It's in both of them. Exactly. So what do you think we're going to do at the end? We're going to get the beta for the CD-DVD side of things, and we're going to get the beta for the concert side of things, and then as a last step we'll get a weighted average of the two. Okay? So that's our end goal. So first of all, let's do the CD-DVD. What do we know here? What's this figure here? 1.15, and the debt to equity is equal to 50%. Okay. So what is do you know the equation for the comparables? I'll just put it up here. What is this figure again? But what does it represent? This, it's the unlevered beta, exactly. Okay. What does that mean? What does this mean? the unlevered beta? No debt, exactly. So debt will affect your beta E, your equity beta. So different companies, even though they're in the same industry, will actually have different betas depending on their capital structure. So what we're doing is we're looking at those companies, we're looking at the betas, and we're stripping out the effect of the debt structure. Then we know our own debt structure, so we put that in, and then we get our beta. That's the big idea. Okay? So we know that this will be, if we just rework the equations, that will be does that make sense? So we're just taking this equation, working it out so we can get the unlevered beta in terms of these other things. We have that, we just plug in the numbers and we get 0.767. Okay? Fairly straightforward. We do the exact same then for the concert business. So here we know BE is equal to 1.2. %. We know that beta A, if we just plug that in, it's 1.2 over. Okay. So this is for the concert. Simple enough. It's just the exact same, just plugging in the numbers. And we know then that marimba is 75% CD, DVD, and 25% concert. So it's going to be to get our weighted average. So it's this is the CD, DVD. This is the concert part. Plug those numbers in and round it off, and you get 0.85.
I think they're using a different formula in the answer sheet. I just want to know why.
Cool. I haven't actually looked at the answer sheet for this, so maybe I'll keep going on this and then I'll come back to it, because there were a couple of things on the answer sheet on stuff we got before our exam that I wasn't fully sure of either, and we didn't work it out before the exam. So we'll come back to that in a minute. But you follow this methodology anyway. Okay. So all we've got is the unlevered beta for the company. So what do we have to do now? We have to put in the effect of debt on it, because we've got the unleveraged beta, and what we're looking for is it's the actual beta, and that is going to be, okay. So we've now worked out this figure, and do we have the DE ratio? How do we get this? And what ratio do we use? Do we use the book value or market value? Market value, yeah. So, what is the MV of debt?
67.
That's it. We worked it out in part one. It was 67.4 approximately. Now, what is the market value of our equity? How many shares have we got, and how much are they trading at? Yeah.
In the question it says twice the book value.
Oh, it just says it's the twice the book value. So it's going to be 240. Okay. So using the market values, what is our D to E? That's the D and that's the E. If you just put D over E, you'll get 0.28. Okay? Happy enough with that? Okay, so we've got this, and we've got this, so we just plug those in. That is 0.85 by 1. Have I got this equation right? Should that be 1.28? Yeah, just a little typo in my own script, but I got the right answer, and that is 1.088. Are we finished yet? No, because if you remember, what are we trying to get? We're trying to get this, and all we've done so far is we've worked out this. Okay? So there's a bit to go yet. So let's just recap what we're actually trying to do. In the two boards above, all we've worked out is this. What's our risk-free rate? Is that given in the question? 7.4%. Our beta is 1.088. And our MRP is? So that gives happy with that? Yeah. So again, if you get a crazy value for beta, just remember what beta is about. So if you get 10 or 100 or something mad, it won't be quite there. Okay? Now, you were saying the answer sheet did it in a different way.
Yeah, they use the effective tax because you're obviously adding debt to the equation, so you should get the benefit of tax shield.
And the same answer.
More or less. Yeah.
Is it a lot shorter?
It's longer. It's 1 minus t is added to it.
Oh, at which point? Somewhere here, is it?
Let's just go up.
That was just the weighted average. So, which point was it? To go from the 0.85, was it?
Whenever you multiply by DE, well, your debt equity ratio, they're adding in the 1 minus TC. They're adding in,
Oh, they're using it here as well. I'm giving you what I got in my exam. I got the full marks for it. So is the answer in that one 13.38 as well? What? How much?
no, so you got it right. I'm not going to use the tax shielding because it's less area to make mistakes. So it should work for you if that works right.
I think strictly speaking, you might need to put in the tax shield, I would say off the top of my head. But I can see that the answer would be quite similar.
All of that work for 5 marks.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. Yeah. Now, in other sample questions we had seen, in this one is pretty easy because they just gave us this for that industry. But sometimes, for example, you might be given a list of companies and told what business they're in. Then you have to select the right ones to use as comparators. So you might be given a table of 5, and you might have to realize you should be picking number 1 and 4, and the others you shouldn't be using. Does that make sense to you as well? Then, let's say there's 2 companies that you should use as comparators. You could just take an average of their betas, but some people argue you should take a weighted average. So if one company is twice as big as the other, you should weight one's beta double as the other. But even people argue about that methodology. But as long as you state your assumptions, you should be fine. So if you say, I'm taking a weighted average, or I'm taking a simple average, I think you should be okay. Okay. And I have to go now. I have to be somewhere at 8 o'clock. So Mark will take you through the rest of it next week.